TDF Raleigh చాప్టర్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో అమెరికాలోని నార్త్ కరోలినాలో NRIలు బతుకమ్మ పండుగను ఘనంగా సెలబ్రేట్ చేసుకున్నారు. TDF ఆహ్వానం మేరకు ఈ వేడుకల్లో పాల్గొన్న నార్త్ కరోలినా రాష్ట్ర ప్రజాప్రతినిధులు తెలంగాణ సంస్కృతి సాంప్రదాయాలకు ముగ్ధులయ్యారు. సుమారు 1200 మంది NRIలు బతుకమ్మ సంబరాలకు హాజరై ఉత్సాహంగా ఆడిపాడారు. తెలంగాణ జానపద గాయకుడు జనార్దన్ పన్నెల బతుకమ్మ మరియు జానపద ఆట పాటలతో ఉత్సవాలను హోరెత్తించారు. TDF అమెరికా ప్రెసిడెంట్ విశ్వేశ్వర కలువల వేడుకల్లో ఉత్సాహంగా పాల్గొన్నారు.
Telangana Development Forum for hosting this Bathukamma Festival. And on behalf of my colleague Mayor Mark Stolman, who couldn't be here today, he just wanted to tell you how proud he is of this community and everything that you're doing to continue to transform the region. And I have the great honor of introducing two very special guests today. But before I do that, I just wanted to say that sometimes we forget what this community is doing to change the history and face of North Carolina. So it's an economic transformation with the jobs and innovation that we're bringing to the state. It's a cultural transformation. The mayor and I often joke, Mayor Stolman and I, that we can start a day having idli dosa in the morning. We can listen to South Asian radio on Geet Bazaar 98.3 FM. We can go practice cricket together in Church Street Park, and then we can go and celebrate a festival like this. So India can touch our lives from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. But it's also a political transformation. And so we're very honored to have the first Indian American to serve in the state Senate, in the General Assembly, in the history of the state of North Carolina, our good friend Senator Jay Chowdhury. And of course, we're celebrating women and females today at this wonderful festival. But what better elected official to have here with us, our special guest, than the first female elected to statewide office in North Carolina, our Secretary of State, Elaine Marshall. She swore me in the first time when I won office, and then she swore me in the second time when I was reelected. And both times it was so special for my family and for our community to have our Secretary of State come to Morrisville. She's been a great mentor to many of us in our community. So I'm very honored to be here today. So I want to give it a try. Next year I practice my Telugu. I'm learning a little bit of Telugu from my colleague Satish Garmela, but I'm going to give it a try. Namaskara, Senator Chowdhury, Secretary of State Elaine Marshall, Miraku Maku Santosa. Bathukamma Festival.
Thank you so much.
Hopefully next year I can have it full in Telugu, maybe a little Gujarati, Kannada. I'm working on it, okay? But it's my highest honor today. He has to go to another event. So it's my high honor to introduce one of our rising stars, a great friend, mentor, and a brother, our colleague, North Carolina State Senator Jay Chowdhury. Thank you.
Namaste. My name is Jay Chowdhury, as Steve mentioned, and thank you, Steve, for your many years of friendship, and thank you for being a trailblazer in being the first Indian American elected here in Wake County. That takes a lot of work and a lot of courage, and it's great to be with Secretary Elaine Marshall, who is a trailblazer in her own right, as Steve mentioned. I just want to say a couple of things. This is my son Neil, first of all, Neil Chowdhury. He loves flowers and loves festivals, so this is an ideal festival for him. Let me just say two things. One is I know that we are in the high Hindu religious season because we have Diwali. I am Bengali, I'm not Telugu, so we just celebrated Durga Puja, and now we have this wonderful festival, Dasara. But what I wanted to say is certainly with these festivals, there are two things for us to take away. One is to appreciate everything that we have, and we certainly have a beautiful day, but also to pray for a prosperous future for all of us and for our state and our country. And secondly, we are also in the high political season. So I just want to make sure to remind everybody, no matter what your political affiliation may be, that you get out and vote this coming November. Early voting starts this week, I believe. And so please exercise your right to vote as we go forward with the election coming up this November. But thanks, Steve, so much. Thank you to Sai Sidini and Ajay Madi for inviting me, and I'm looking forward to being here in the future.
Now it is an honor to introduce to you the Bathukamma Festival the Honorable Secretary of State of the great state of North Carolina, Secretary Elaine Marshall.
Namaste. It is wonderful to be here to celebrate this festival. I bring you greetings from all the elected officials of North Carolina, And personally for myself, I am so proud to be here with you all. I've attended any number of great Indian festivals, from Independence Day for many, many years, Gandhi celebration just 2 weeks ago in Raleigh, various festivals, on and on and on. I feel like you have wrapped your arms around me, and I hope you feel that North Carolina has wrapped her arms around you, welcoming you to North Carolina. This is a great culture. This is a great state because of the many cultures that we have that cooperate together, and making an effort to understand each other's culture is incredibly important. I was very glad to see the Flower Festival here earlier. As mentioned, I was the first woman elected to an executive office in North Carolina, so I know what it's like to tread uncertain waters, as many of you have done, moving here, assimilating into this culture, starting your own businesses, and we say thank you. I saw the joy of this community when Steve was first elected, and he allowed me to swear him in for the first elected official. And now Jay, who is probably just leaving, is stepping that up, and I expect to see many, many more Indian elected officials. You've made such a contribution economically, scientifically, culturally here in this state, and so politically has to follow. I will be on the ballot in November. I would appreciate your vote either starting on October 20th or on Election Day, but I would advise you to go early, because the lines may be long because straight ticket voting has been eliminated, and you're going to have to identify each person and mark each person individually. So again, I thank you for allowing me outside for the invitation. This is a great venue on a beautiful day. And also TDF, I'm a farm girl, and my heart aches for farmers who face disasters, man-made, nature-made, and other things that happen to the people that give us food and fiber. And our farmers of eastern North Carolina are severely hurting. They don't even know the extent of their damage yet, because in some cases the waters are still rising, and they won't know until it goes down. But there's been so much in crop loss, animal life loss, and we all need to lift them up on our hearts and our prayers as they weather through this very adverse season for them. Thank you all so very much for allowing me a few minutes.
బతుకమ్మ రూపమై మెరిసెనే ఎర్ర కలువ పూలు చెరువు తల్లి నుదుటి మీద సింధూరం అద్దినట్టు విరిసెనే
గల్లు గల్లున గాజుల చప్పట్లతో ఓ నిర్మల లలిత ఆటాడరే ఓ నిర్మల
లలిత ఆటాడరే ఓ నిర్మల
పసుపు కొమ్ముల్ల గౌరమ్మ రూపమాయనే ఓ నిర్మల లలిత ఆడిపాడరే ఓ నిర్మల
లలిత ఆడిపాడరే ఓ నిర్మల
పట్టు చీరల్ల అక్క చెల్లెల్ల మైదాకు చేతులతో ఓ నిర్మల